Hello and a warm welcome to HW News Network, your one-stop show, truth be told, for some engaging and thought-provoking conversations. West Bengal Assembly elections will be held in two phases on April 23rd and April 29th, with less than 2 weeks left for voting. Political campaigning has intensified across the state, with top leaders addressing rallies and roadshows. Now, BJP released its election manifesto today, outlining a mix of welfare promises, governance reforms, and security measures. Now, yesterday, Prime Minister Modi addressed three rallies in Haldia, Asansol, and Birhum, targeting the ruling All India Trinamool Congress. He also held a roadshow in Asansol, which saw large crowds and enthusiastic support. During his speeches, Modi has called for a change in governance, saying that the state needs to be freed from TMC rule for better development. He also announced 6 guarantees for West Bengal, promising a more accountable administration. At the same time, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee also led a campaign rally in Barannagar in support of TMC candidate Sayantika Banerjee. And the event saw strong participation from the party supporters. Mamata Banerjee is contesting from the Bhabanipur constituency, where she's up against Priyanka Tibrewal of the BJP. Now, the seat is also being closely watched as a key contest between the TMC and the BJP. And if you've seen the rallies of Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday, he said, Didi is bar gai, Didi jache. This is what he said. But which way is the wind blowing in West Bengal? We are 23rd and today is 10th. So it's about 12 days away. We have the first phase of West Bengal elections. Where are the two parties sitting as far as Trinamool Congress and BJP are concerned? It's a tight contest between the two sides, but who holds the edge? What are the issues on the ground? And how are the people of West Bengal responding to the political rhetoric whipped up by TMC and the BJP? Joining me this evening is Shikha Mukherjee. She is one of the renowned and celebrated veteran journalists who's also a writer. Thank you so much. She writes columns as well. Thank you so much, Shikha, for joining. And my first question to you is, the 6 guarantees promised by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, all the mainstream news channels have been talking about it, that look, these are the 6 guarantees by the Prime Minister. But how are the people in West Bengal responding to the campaign by the BJP? How seriously are they taking BJP? And what is the kind of contest you see this time between BJP and TMC?
I think it's going to be a very, very interesting contest because the BJP has made, today was Mr. Amit Shah's release of the BJP's manifesto, where he made a very interesting observation. He said, we will win a majority. All this time, he's been talking about a 2/3 majority. 180, 200 seats is what the BJP has been talking about. So now it's sort of, we will cross the majority mark, which is 148. That's interesting. How are people on the ground reacting to the BJP's campaign? I think that in the context of the SIR, an issue that the BJP has skirted around, it just simply refuses to talk about it. And again, talking about Mr. Shah's press conference for the manifesto release today, he was directly asked a question and says, I have nothing to do with it. It's all the EC's business and the Supreme Court and the court's business. Problem is that, yes, it is the EC's business and it is the Supreme Court's business. But the people who are affected are a political party's business. Therefore, why are you not addressing the fact that people have been through what they have been through?
Right.
And that's surprising. But having said that, how do I see the wind blowing? I see that there is a storm over the SIR. Why? Because, in all this time, including me, we have been looking at the SIR issue as an ongoing process that was harassing, that was frustrating.
Shikha, we were talking about the fact you said that SIR is the only issue about which people are bothered, but the BJP is not talking about it. Yes.
No, SIR is not the only issue, but it is the issue which is uppermost in people's minds. Why? For the simple reason that up to now, all of us, including myself, have sort of looked at it as a large number, but we had anecdotal accounts. And then suddenly this number comes up of 91 lakhs. Now that is like a bullet between your eyes. So that has kind of shocked people into converting the anecdotes that they were hearing and pulling together, and also talking about the fact that, it's a good time for a cleanup of the electoral rolls. The Election Commission is doing a good job because for the last 50 years, we've had rigged rolls. Every regime has rigged the rolls in their own way. So here we have a situation where suddenly the SIR is no longer an individual or a small WhatsApp group concern. It has become a statewide concern. It is the concern of everyone in the state, because 1 in 10 people being disenfranchised means that almost everybody that I know, and almost everybody in Bengal, knows someone else who has been unfairly deleted from the electoral roll. A person who was eligible has been deleted. And that makes completely different. It turns the whole SIR practice into something entirely different, which is that serious injustice is being done to voters, people that we all know.
On this front, Shikha, do you feel that the people of West Bengal are favoring, or rather seen sitting with the TMC on this? Because we saw Mamata Banerjee protesting also, and day before yesterday, a lot of Trinamool Congress MPs had gone and met Gyanesh Kumar, where they were mistreated, and they said get lost, and all those stories were out. So has SIR become a big political issue, and has Trinamool been able to
political
cross?
It is the political issue. Why? Because, as I said, everybody now thinks that they are equally impacted. I mean, how did this happen to us? And if you see what happened at the Election Commission when they met Gyanesh Kumar, whether he shouted at them or whether he thumped the table at them or whether he told them to get lost, that's one story which we don't know how to confirm. But what is confirmed is that Mr. Gyanesh Kumar promptly issued that weird message on X addressed to the Trinamool Congress, which is very, very unprecedented, totally it's sort of disrespectful in a lot of ways to the institution of the Election Commission, not to the Trinamool. Disrespect to the institution of the Election Commission, saying that, this is how we are going to hold the elections. Of course, it is your job to hold a free and fair election. Why are you telling me this? So I think that at this point in time, if there is one thing that, there is anti-incumbency in West Bengal, without a doubt, and the BJP is going hammer and tongs about the anti-incumbency, that any regime, 3 terms, you accumulated it. There's no way in which you can escape it. So BJP is going after focusing on anti-incumbency, which is perfect politics. But the anti-incumbency has got stuck has come up against SIR and the Election Commission. And the Election Commission is therefore now become not just the Election Commission, but because BJP is so isolated on SIR, it is the only political party in West Bengal that has consistently supported the SIR, defended the Election Commission, and said that this is absolutely right. And we don't, and to me and to others, they have in private conversations said that well, a few black Hindus getting knocked off the electoral roll, it doesn't matter, we manage it, but this has to be done.
No, but then if this is the main issue for the people, and this is what to which the people are responding, and they feel that unfairly their names have been deleted, then no matter how many promises Prime Minister Modi makes in his election campaigns, no matter how many 6 guarantees he talks about, so the people of West Bengal, which means are not getting swayed by what the BJP is saying.
It's going to be difficult. And then today's manifesto has sort of added fat to the fire by talking about one. The manifesto was introduced by Mr. Shah. He said his priority is zero tolerance to Ghuspetia. The question in Bengal is, who is a Ghuspetia? The Hindus or other Muslims? That's the big question, and that is certainly true of pockets of BJP strongholds where there are a lot of Hindu Ghuspetias, and you say that you have zero tolerance. So what on earth is going on? And then this whole business of go and apply for CAA, and anyway, that's not moving. Whatever the BJP may say, whatever the government of India may say, that CEA process is not moving fast and forward. So you have, at one level, a manifesto which is promising Ghuspetia as a priority, getting rid of Ghuspetia, delete, deport.
They talk about Ghuspetia and they talk about Sonar Bangla at the same time. That's what Amit Shah talks about.
Yeah, so that's the wonderful contradiction. The second thing is this manifesto is it's an incitement to the typical Bengali to react negatively. You're really poking at them. You're poking them to react, which is you've announced that within 6 months there will be a uniform civil code in West Bengal. Within 6 months, I am very intrigued by this thing. He mentioned it, none of the journalists asked him, but he should have been asked. He says that there will be a law for dharmik astha, swatantrata of dharmik astha and puja paddhati. Who knows what that means? Because, you've had these fantastic fights between the BJP's version of Hindu practice and the Bengali version of Hindu practice. Does Kali eat meat? Does during Ram Navami, why do you eat meat and fish and everything else? There are all these flashpoints. You've had these confrontations. So when you are saying that I'm going to introduce a law, the question is, what is this law for? What is dharmik astha? Who are you to decide on what is dharmik astha or puja paddhati? So all of this is very provocative, and I'm not sure how well it will go down, because the fish story, the fish and meat, this is not proper Hindu practice, has circulated right down to the bottom. You touch a Bengali's fish and you're in trouble.